Hello and welcome to RNA TV. This is the evening news bulletin. First of all, starting with some international news. The first news is from China, where Chinese health regulators said that they have given conditional approval to a coronavirus vaccine developed by state-owned Sinopharm. The two-dose vaccine is the first approved for general use in China. The go-ahead comes as the country has begun to vaccinate 50 million people before the Lunar New Year holiday in February. Conditional approval means that research is still ongoing. The company will be required to submit follow-up data as well as reports of any adverse effects that after the vaccine is sold on the market. Shen Shifai, the Deputy Commissioner of the National Medical Products Administration, told a news conference. He said that the company must continuously update the vaccine's instructions, labels and report to the agency. The vaccine was developed by the Beijing Institute of Biological Products, a subsidiary of state-owned conglomerate Sinopharm. The company announced Wednesday that preliminary data from last-stage trials had shown it to be 79.3% effective. It is an inactive vaccine, which means the virus was grown in a lab and then killed. The germ is then injected into the body to generate an immune response. Final proof of its effectiveness will depend on publication of more data. Sinopharm is one of at least 5 Chinese developers that are in global race to create vaccines for the disease that has killed more than 1.8 million people worldwide. In addition to the emergency vaccines already underway, China plans to start vaccinating high-risk populations such as seniors as well as people with existing chronic illness. Officials did not say what percentage of the population they will vaccinate in China. Moving on to the next news is from US, where the President Donald Trump has indefinitely extended the visa sanctions on countries refusing to repatriate their citizens who violate laws in the United States. The visa sanctions on such countries were set to expire on December 31st. Trump issued a memorandum on April 10, which empowered the Secretary of State and the Homeland Security Secretary to deny visas to countries refusing to accept their citizens who violated American laws. In light to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and the continuing public health risk it poses to Americans, Trump said in a memorandum issued on Wednesday that his April 10th memorandum shall continue in force until terminated by the President. According to the April 10th memorandum, the Secretary of State is authorized to initiate a plan to impose the visa sanctions if the Homeland Security Department determines a country not accepting returnees is delaying or impeding operations necessary to respond to the ongoing pandemic. Trump also said in his memorandum that countries that deny or unreasonably delay the acceptance of their citizens, subjects, nationals, or residents from the United States during the ongoing pandemic caused by SARS-CoV-2 create unacceptable public health risks for Americans. Moving on to the national news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday laid foundation stone of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Gujarat's Rajkot and said that the facility will help improve healthcare infrastructure in the state. The Prime Minister termed the upcoming hospital as another link strengthening the medical infrastructure of the country. PM Modi, who was addressing the event via video conferencing, said that the new number of coronavirus cases are decreasing in the country. During the address, he said, India has emerged as the nerve center of global health. In the year 2021, we have to strengthen India's role in healthcare. We are working on mission mode to improve medical education in India. After the formation of National Medical Commission, the quality and quantity of health education will improve. He also said that this difficult year has shown how effectively it can withstand a difficult crisis when India is united. India took effective steps in this time with solidarity, the result of which is that we are in a much better position today. The country, which has more than 130 crore people, is densely populated. There are about 10 million people who have won by fighting this disease. The new AIIMS is supposed to be ready by 2022. Moving on to the next news is related with farmers' protest as the Kerala Assembly on Thursday passed a resolution against the farm laws cleared by Parliament in September. The resolution was tabled by Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, who said that the 3 laws will only help big corporate houses. The resolution said that farmers' genuine concerns should be addressed and the centre should withdraw all the 3 farm laws. While moving the resolution, Vijayan said in the 1-hour special session that the country was now witnessing one of the most iconic protests ever by farmers in its history. He also said that legislative assemblies have the moral responsibility to take a serious view when people have anxieties about certain laws which affect their lives. Kerala has vast experience in this regard. Kerala is a state that has successfully implemented the Land Reforms Act, said Vijayan. He also said that, in addition, Kerala has made excellent interventions in resolving agriculture crisis with the participation of local bodies and cooperative terminations. After the Green Revolution in the country in the 1960s, a system was set up to provide food grain farmers with a minimum support price for their produce. Kerala became the first state in the country to start a minimum support price-based system for perishables. The scheme, which came into effect from November 1st, fixed MSP for 16 varieties of vegetables. The MSP is determined based on the cost of production and productivity. Though it is very similar to how the center procures cereals, what differentiates the system is that the MSP will be made available to the farmers when the market price falls lower. The cabinet observed that this will ensure price stability and good returns for the farmers. It will also help protect farmers from market price fluctuations. The 16 varieties of crops include tapioca, banana, pineapple, cucumber, tomatoes, cabbage, carrots, potatoes, beans, beetroot, and garlic. Moving on to the sports news, India were given a big blow during the second test match at MCG when pacer Umesh Yadav limped off the field due to an injury he picked while bowling in the second innings. India were already missing the services of seasoned fast bowlers Mohammad Shami and Ishant Sharma, and Umesh's injury added salt to the wounds. Only Jasprit Bumrah is the only first-choice seamer left for India in the squad, with the likes of Mohammad Siraj making his debut in the Melbourne Test. It has been reported that Umesh has flown back to India due to calf muscle tear and he will miss the rest of the series. It's said that the Team India has decided to add left-arm seamer T. Natarajan to the squad for the third test in the place of Umesh Yadav. India and Australia are supposed to play the third test match of the series from January 7th. Moving on to the next news, Luis Suarez led Atletico Madrid to a 1-0 victory over Getafe in the 500th game of coach Diego Simeone, extending its Spanish league lead after Real Madrid drew 1-1 at Elche. This is it in the bulletin so far. Stay tuned with RNA TV for latest updates. Also, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you and have a nice day.